Good day, everybody. It's Alex Serbu. Today I'm going to tell you about our new SQL functions for analytics of BI Builder. Yesterday we distributed a new update for BI Builder for analysts. Now analysts can use SQL functions to solve some interesting tasks connected with profiling, benchmarking, and they will understand better the details of performance problems during creating your BI dashboards. Let me show you this. First interesting function will be, look here please, select BI info. So it is about our performance monitor for analytics. BitX24 BI Analyst Performance Monitor is some version. So we now started to add new BI prefixed functions for analysts to solve different tasks. First task I think it will be detecting performance bottleneck during creation of dashboards. For example, let's start some request. For example, select ID, select ID from CRM lead. We need to select some scheme here, bit24. Let's run this query. We have selected some rows, and now let's look at details of these queries. I will execute this function. Let me tell you about this function more. So we have created function bit24.biqueries t means table function. This table function queries a table containing your last 1000 queries to BI Builder, and after that we need to put here the table function, because it's table. This function, our function, returns table result, and we need to create table from this result. After that you can work with this table like with any ordinary table. You can select needed columns, you can filter it, you can group it like you want. Let's execute this query. Now you see our last query to BI Builder. Time, query ID, it is query ID inside Trina database. We use Trina database to execute your queries, and in case of problems you can send to support and ticket this Trina query ID. Okay, we've queried CRM lead BI entity. Result is okay. Size 21 bytes have returned from this in this query. 2 rows, okay. Now you see it's similar to BI statistics part of your BitX24 portal, but these statistics are different. This is statistics collected from internal activity of Trina web server, Trina database server. We have Trina web server. The server executes your SQL queries, sending requests to your portals, to your portals, getting data from these portals, parsing data, caching data, compressing, decompressing this data, and only after that, Trina passes these results to Apache Superset. So we've got 2 rows. We didn't use any date filter because we didn't put any predicate here. Yes. Select ID from CRM lead. Just give me all IDs from all CRM lead from 100 years. Okay. But it's bad. It's bad. We need to use any date filter to work with to increase the speed of our queries. It's important to set some date filter. But now this field is empty. After that, we selected only one call. Selected calls count. It's okay because we need to minimize the amount of selected calls to increase the speed performance of our queries and our uh, graphs and our dashboards, of course. After that, we see that we have no server filters count. I will show you later what does it mean. Server filters info, because we don't have any filters, we have no server filters info. Cache bytes, it's important. After downloading the JSON from your server, we compress the JSON and put the JSON to Redis cache near Trina server in our cloud. It's important because we put this data to RAM memory and not on disk to increase the speed of creating dashboards. So cache size is 26. So we downloaded 21 bytes and cache is 26 bytes. It's funny, cache is a little bit more than requested data, but it's okay. I will show you later. Working with big data, big amounts of data, you will see that cache decreases the size of data about in five times. So time of downloading, 629 milliseconds to download data from your Bittrex24 portal. It's okay, but sometimes you will see very big numbers like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 15 seconds, or several minutes if your request is very complex. You need to watch this number and you need to try to decrease this time of downloading data from your portal. Parsing meals. Parser meals. After downloading JSON, internal code in Trina plugin, our Trina plugin, this code is on Java. I wrote this code, of course, like architect. We are parsing this JSON to create internal view of this data in Trina database. Parsing. No, zero is it's very fast parsing. Very fast parsing. Less than 1 millisecond, maybe nanoseconds, microseconds. Compress. We compressed it with very high speed, so 0 milliseconds. It was faster than 1 millisecond. Decompress. Null means null. It's because we didn't execute the compression step because we only put it to cache. Do you see? From cache false. So now this request have been put to cache. And this is the last one is very useful information about your portal, your request URL. And after this, you see Looker Studio formatted in Looker Studio protocol JSON request. So we are requesting BL builder endpoint. They give me data table CRM lead limit, just because this limit have been put automatically, and fields name ID. Very simple request. You can copy this JSON request and use it. For example, if you are using Power BI or look, if you use Power BI in Power BI, you can create request to BI connector using this JSON format. Okay, to that, let's execute this query again. Now this query was executed from cache. Look please here. This is time of our request. New query ID, CRM lead, query result okay, 21 bytes, okay, 2 rows, one call, and cache size, and you will see now this query was not given from cache. Why it wasn't given from cache? Let's try to execute it again. It needs to go from our cache and trainer. Let's execute this. Oh, this is our very last query. We have two last queries. They need to be executed from cache. Of course, it's my error, my fault, I'm sorry. Two last queries was executed from cache. Before that, I've explained to you this query, not from cache. And now two queries are executed from cache. Do you see? This is decompression time. We have taken data from cache and decompressed it. After that, so you see, not compressing, only decompressing step. Parsing, after decompressing data from cache, we just pass JSON to create internal representation in trainer. Download emails is null because we don't download anything. We don't download anything. We just get data from internal trainer cache and Redis and memory. It's okay. Cache size, all is okay. Now let's uh, uh, let's improve our request. For example, let's put some predicate or on some column. For example, where date rate, well, maybe date create, I don't remember, right? More than timestamp. For example, 2001. Let's try to run this query. Yes. Now uh, uh, we 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 we've put a date create predicate on data column. Let's see details of this. Is our last query. Do you see? This is our last query. Time in UTC. Please pay attention to this. Query ID, CRM lead, result OK, size bytes, two rows, because in addition to ID row, we need to select a date create row. A row is create, and do you see? We sent to BitX24 portal. We've sent a predicate date create and the start date and end date of this predicate. We've selected two calls without additional predicates on calls. I will show you later about these additional predicates. Cache size 70 bytes. So we downloaded 79 and cache is 70. So cache is not especially useful now. Download time 533 milliseconds. Parsing complete. And let's look at this last in this last interesting JSON. This is what I want to show you. Date range and date start date. This is format used by Google Community Connector Protocol. We use this format to in our BitX24 BI Builder and BI Connector. Fields name, ID, date create, and date range. And time filter column is very important information. We use date create column to filter data. When querying any BI entity, we can select this data of this entity, cutting data by some time or data time column. So we need, we just show this column here. We put this date create and date range. We can use different column, but the main restriction, we only use one and only one column to restrict start date and end date. Only one column. We cannot create two or more different columns with different start date and end date. Okay, now add some, for example, predicate and ID equals 1. We can just send these predicates on btx24 portal if this is simple predicate like equals, and comparison is made with numbers or strings only. One number or one string equals some column. This can be sent to portal. If you predicate or if your SQL code is different, we just calculate and apply your SQL on the side of Trina, not on the side of portal. Okay, let's execute this query. It has been executed. Well, let's look at results. This is our query. Let's look at mm, let's look at, do you see dot create and selected calls 2 and 1 server filters count 1, and this filter is ID equals 1. Do you see? What does it mean? It means that we just have sent these server filters to your portal bit24. It's important. After that, your portal can filter the data using your server filters. It's important. And after that, portal send you back restricted information. Okay, let's look at the JSON of this request. You see config params date create. Okay, we have already seen these end date, start date, and fields, and here we see this predicate stuff. Dimension filters, field name ID value is 1, type include, operator equals. We can use this type only with varchar string number fields, and only with equals 1, equals string, or equals number. So you see that we've sent this information to btx24 portal, and now portal uses it to select SQL, to execute SQL inside btx24 portal and give you only filtered data. It can be very useful. For example, if you need to select, for example, leads or deals, but you have a lot of leads and deals, and you need to additionally add some predicate, like for example, some type of lead, type of deal here. So the way you will get millions and millions of leads or deals from btx24 portal. Okay, and now I will show you some additional function, useful function, if you need to benchmark or increase the speed of your query. For example, by adding some indexes into MySQL database. This function is select BI explain query. We need to put our new function here, and we need to place query ID in the first place and timestamp to the second position of this function. Run. We've got explain. Do you see? This is explain. You can copy it. Let's copy it. Let's copy this line and let's create some new file and paste this explain here. Select something from lead where data create, and do you see this is SQL that have been executed on server on MySQL database in btx24. And here you see the map or chart of executing, plan of executing. This is very simple plan. But if you start using complex graphs or dashboards, you will see different plans, and sometimes you will see very complex plans. And now you see how it is executed inside btx24 MySQL database, and you can change your query in superset dashboard on charts. or graphs and improve its speed. For example, let's execute some, for example, a different query. For example, select star from task, task, and you will see where no data. It's okay, no tasks, but let's look at explain. Let's look at explain of this. Do you see? You have query, and let's insert this information. Let's explain this. I will show you interesting details profiling such types of queries. For example, let's select this here. Let's see this and press here. Now let's look at explain. Now let's explain, and this explain can be very complex. Let's try. You see, not my explain. Yes, what here can be dangerous. Dangerous can be stuff like this. Grow by something. Grow by something in MySQL can be executed very slowly. So when you look at this plan of this query, MySQL query, please pay attention. For example, we have key column and used key, and we have possible key. Our query need to use key. It's important. It's important to use key, not table scans. But here, look here, please. Please watch this string. You see, using file sort, using temporary. Oh my God! Oh my God! Hell is coming because using file sort can be very slow operation. Using temporary tables on disk can be very slow operation. So watch this please and try to maybe optimize your query or create ticket in Bit24 support to change the BI connector logic of executing these queries. Or the next opportunity that you have is to ask is to put, for example, indexes on some columns of your database. You can ask support to add some indexes on some columns of your database. Or if you have a on-premise Bit24 installation, you can add these indexes by yourself. So, dear colleagues, I finished explaining you these interesting functions for analysts, but maybe I need to explain you something more. For example, if you have, for example, some dashboards. For example, I have dashboards, my workload and efficiency, for example. There is no demo data, but let's watch examples. Let's watch that every little dashboard can execute here a lot of queries, and you can examine them all. You see no data, but if you look here, you will see that a lot of queries are issued from this one little dashboard. Do you see? A lot of queries are sent to different tables, and you can see details of all these queries and analyze them. It's important. And the most important stuff is that you can, for example, this is original general SQL table that has last year 1000 queries from your portal to from your portal to your portal from BitXBL builders, and you can select, for example, select for example some different calls. For example, select download meals, for example, download meals, select download meals, meals from the query, for example, query ID, download meals, or order by download meals desk, and you will see the most slow queries. You see more slow queries executed in your BI builder. Do you see? For example, and after that you can, for example, group by something, ordered by something, and you can save this query analyzing your last 1000 queries. You can save these like this, save data set. You can save it, and after that you can create a virtual data set in a page superset, and you can create your own dashboard using this virtual dashboard, virtual data set, and you can use this dashboard on your last queries to different your dashboards like performance metric, and put this on your BitX24 portal. So this is table. You can work with table like with any other table. You can get dashboards on this table. So I think it will help you to monitor your dashboards, to fasten your dashboards, to optimize your dashboards, and your analytics will be very happy. Thank you for listening. I am Alex Herbal. Thank you very much. See you later. Goodbye.